You're listening to the Infinite Bliss Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Robinson, the Gregarious Hermit. Join me each week as I take you on a journey of inner exploration to uncover the subtle connections between mind, body, and spirit. I want to teach you how to regain control of your mind so you can let go of the drama in your life and experience deep inner peace and infinite bliss. Hi everybody, welcome and thank you for joining me. This week is a special week for many people. Of course, I'm talking about Valentine's Day, which is right around the corner. So I'm going to try to put on my best late-night radio presenter's voice and talk all about love. But then again, I don't want to scare anyone away. This isn't Halloween after all, so maybe that's not such a good idea. Hopefully, falling in love is something you've all been lucky enough to experience at least once. I feel like it's harder to meet people these days, but you can still experience this feeling even if you're not in a relationship. If there's somebody you like, somebody you have a crush on, you'll still get it. It's a noticeable feeling of joy, like when you see a certain special person walking towards you, that feeling of butterflies you get in your stomach. It's a bubbling, effervescent, giddy feeling like nervousness. Hopefully you've all experienced that at some point. It's such a wonderful feeling. But it's actually a dopamine rush. The anticipation, usually sexual in nature, releases dopamine to prompt you into action to seal the deal and ensure the species continues. Once again, caveman brain to the rescue, a pre-programmed, hardwired response that ensures our evolution. But that tingly dopamine rush is why people proclaim love at first sight. When I stared into her eyes, I saw sparks fly, and I knew she was the one. She makes me so happy. She brightens my day and fills me with joy. She completes me. But there's an interesting catch with all those feelings that few people seem to notice or appreciate the significance of. Who is actually generating those feelings? Is it the person you're in love with? Or is it you? Do you generate the feelings inside yourself? Or does someone else somehow give them to you? Okay, let's look at it this way. If you're face-to-face, holding hands with the person you love, you feel the tingle and you feel that wonderful energy. Now, what about if you FaceTime with the person? You still feel the tingle, right? And what if you just talk to them on the phone and can only hear their voice? There's still a bubbling joy. So you could argue that that's still real contact with the real person. So they could be giving you the energy, maybe telepathically or some other mechanism we haven't discovered yet. But what if you stare at a photograph of the person or watch a video of them? It still makes you smile and feel warm and cozy inside. And what if you close your eyes and just visualize the person? And please, let's keep it PG, people. It's not that kind of show. You still get that tingle though, right? Even though the real person isn't there. So let's ask the question again. Who is really generating the feelings? In the first few examples, you could argue that you still have direct contact with the real person on some level, so it's not clear where the feelings might be coming from. Maybe there's an invisible chemical reaction going on in the air. But if you're staring at a photograph, and especially if you're just closing your eyes and using your imagination, it should be fairly clear to you that you are generating that dopamine sensation yourself. You know with 100% certainty that there isn't a real person there, so your mind must be triggering the sensation within your body for you. Nobody is giving you a love potion to drink or injecting you with dopamine, but your own body is producing and releasing them all on its own without any external stimulus. if you can recognize that you are generating those feelings yourself, not the person you're fawning over, but you, then you can use that fact to dramatically change your life. Could you imagine feeling that way towards everyone and everything? Can you imagine how wonderful that would be? How many arguments do you think you'd have, or how many disagreements you'd have if you were feeling such joy inside all the time? Life would be amazing. Knowing that you can generate those feelings will enable you to create those feelings constantly, all the time, and for everything that's going on in the world. Just picture how unstoppable you'd be, how much work you'd get done. Procrastination wouldn't even be in your vocabulary. You'd wake up in the morning going, "Yippee! I've got taxes to do. Boy, what a rush!" Or, "I've got bills to pay. I can't wait. I'm so excited." Or, "I'm going to have to sit in the car for the next hour on my way to work. I'm so thrilled, mi amore. And when I get home, I've got to clean out the sewer pipe. Get out of my way, everybody. I've got love hearts in my eyes for that sewer pipe." So, adopting a loving attitude and feeling love doesn't make you weak or wimpy like a lot of people think. It's quite the opposite. It turns you into a formidable human being that doesn't get discouraged, doesn't get down on yourself or depressed. Problems are no longer problems. They're just things that need taking care of. Adversity is just an opportunity to experience something new and fall in love with something new. I crashed my brand new car. What a thrill. My house burned down and my wife cheated on me. Let the adventure begin. Those are silly, extreme examples, but what if you felt love when you spill your coffee, or you lose a $20 bill that blew away, or you weren't as close to the stage as you thought you'd be? Getting angry or feeling unhappy doesn't change what happened to you. It doesn't uncrash your car. It doesn't put the coffee back in the cup or the $20 bill back in your pocket. It doesn't change anything. So if something bad, in quotes, happens to me, I'm gonna love it because it fills me with joy and puts my body in a wonderful state. And feeling wonderful just allows me to get right back up and fix what just happened. If I'm working at a fast food restaurant and my boss asks me to mop the bathroom floor, I could be ranting in my head about how my boss sucks, how my job sucks, how my life sucks, how it's not fair. Kevin, the new guy, should be the one doing this, not me. How you can't wait for your shift to finish so you can grab a pizza and go home and drink beer. Basically, all the time you're doing that, you're filling your body with the opposite of love. You're filling yourself with negativity, releasing adrenaline and cortisol, which are adding to your stress and poisoning your body. Instead, you could be whistling a tune and enjoying watching the odd-colored stains disappear under the mop and smelling the wonderful smell of pine disinfectant as you clean the toilet bowl. In either case, you still have to clean the bathroom, but one way, you're full of joy and filling yourself with healthy hormones that promote healing and good health. You're mindful and in the present moment in the physical world, paying attention to all the physical sensations. And the other way, you're in your head, preparing for a fight or flight response and poisoning your body with toxic stress hormones. I know which option feels better and which one I recommend. And just to restate that whether you're angry inside or full of joy, you still have to mop the floor. So it's much better to fill yourself with joy. You can't change the world directly, and you can't change other people directly. But by loving everything, you're changing how you react to the world and how you perceive it. And as a result, the world changes right before your eyes. This is a very Buddhist philosophy about the world being a mirror. If I want to see love in the world, I project love onto the world, and love is all I see reflected back at me. It sounds hard, but it's actually easier than you'd think. I don't want to make this Valentine's episode too long. You've got way more interesting things to be doing rather than listening to me waffle on, but I am going to point you in the direction of episode 3, where you can learn how to cultivate a loving, healthy response to every situation. It teaches you the simple technique of unconditional love and shows you how to incorporate it into your everyday life. I find it funny that episode has the lowest viewership, and it's the same with any of my videos I've created that talk about unconditional love. I think people get stuck at the title, or they think it's going to make them weak and wimpy, and that people will just take advantage of them, knowing that they won't say no. But that's really not the case. It actually makes you very powerful because people can't mess with your emotions or make you do things that are not in line with your beliefs. If you make this your default way of living, letting go of the reactive nature of your mind and loving everything, you'll turn every day into a Valentine's Day and experience deep inner peace and infinite bliss. Don't forget to visit my website, thegregarioushermit.com/podcast, to send me your questions for a chance to win one of these cool intention bracelets, handmade by yours truly. And while you're there, I added a link to buy me a coffee. I'm actually very excited, and I can't wait to see who will be the first to donate a few dollars and how long it takes. Just curious. All right, have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Even if you're not in a loving relationship with someone special, get out there and fall in love with everything and everybody, and you'll make every day a Valentine's Day going forward. As always, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.